Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're back here at Genesis of Freehold in Freehold, New Jersey to check out this brand new 2025 Genesis G70. This is the 2.5 turbocharged engine, all-wheel drive, Brembo brakes. We have a fog gray interior. So you can let me know if you're in the market for a sports sedan, and maybe the 3.3 turbo is a little bit too expensive for you. That can border up to $60,000. Maybe if we drop down to the 2.5 turbo, that'd be more affordable for you. You can let me know as we go through the vehicle. So let's dig in. The front end of our G70, the color here is called Kawa Blue. I hope I'm saying that right. It's spelled K-A-W-A-H. We have a full spread of LED lighting up front. We have functionality in the grille, top and bottom, functional side air curtains. As we come around to our wheel and tire package on the 2.5 turbo Sport Prestige, here we go. We have 19-inch machined aluminum alloy wheels, Genesis wings on the center cap. We have Brembo brakes, all four corners, McPherson front strut, multi-link in the rear. These wheels are wrapped in Michelin Primacy all-season tires, 225 on the width, a 40 series sidewall 19s, all four corners, all-wheel drive. Moving on out, there is that beautiful blue. You have two different colors of blue on the G70 for 25. You have this Kawa blue and a Tasman blue, which is a darker blue. This is more, I would say, of a cobalt blue, but I think it looks fantastic in the sun. We do have some fender vents over here on the front fenders, which look good. Then up top, we're going to have color matched side view mirror caps with LED turn signals, color matched on the front and the rear door handle, fuel filler cap on the left side. Up top, color matched roof, shark fin antenna, oversized sunroof. And as we come around to the back, we have the deck lid kick up. They're giving it a sportier look. And then we have a full spread of LED lighting in the back as well, with Genesis script right in the middle of the trunk, G70 on the left, all-wheel drive on the right, and we do have a functional dual exhaust. We are under the hood of this G70, and here we go. Here is the Genesis 2.5 liter turbocharged inline four-cylinder engine mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, 300 horsepower, 311 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 per the car and driver test, 5.9 seconds. If you move up to the 3.3 twin turbocharged engine, you're going to get about 76 more horsepower, and you'll cut your 0 to 60 time down to 4.5 seconds. MPGs, 20 in the city, 28 on the highway, 23 combined, and you'll need to use premium unleaded fuel. Before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much? Well, here we go. Base price for the 2025 G70 2.5 turbo with all-wheel drive, $44,600. Now, this Kawa blue paint is an additional $650. This vehicle has the Sport Prestige package on it for an additional $4,200, amongst some other smaller options. We'll check everything out when we go through the window sticker, but once we add those in and a destination and delivery charge of $1,350 from the Genesis Ulsan, Korea assembly plant, we have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $51,245. Now, the 3.3 twin turbo Sport Prestige G70 we saw a couple months ago was close to 60 grand. So this is going to save you about $8,000 in price over that vehicle. I'll put the review of that one at the end of this one in case you want to compare. But now let's check out the interior. Starting with the driver door panel, we'll move in closer and we're going to go black soft touch material across the top. Now we have some brushed aluminum trim into your brushed aluminum door handle with 2 memory seat settings. And then we have this fog gray leatherette Again, very light color, so be careful of staining. You can see a little stain on here already. So be very, very careful you go with this light of a color. We're going to go with chrome finish on your switchgear, and then we do have a boom, power fold side view mirrors, which look good. We do have a fairly skinny door pocket, but not bad. And then we do have the updated Lexicon premium audio system in here. Now, footbox, look at that. Nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator, all aluminum finish, looking good. Floor mats are in the rear of the vehicle at this time. We have the Genesis door sill plate to welcome you to the vehicle. This one also has the puddle light option, which means the Genesis logo will shoot down onto the ground when you turn the vehicle on at night. Now, seating wise, full power with lumbar for both the driver and the front passenger. And then here is the fog gray leatherette, black cross stitch, black piping. The bolstering feels pretty firm, as it should in a sports sedan. The headrest feels a bit soft. I do love the perforated insert design. It just a very classy look. And as you can see, we also have the chauffeur controls on the side of the front passenger seat. Front passenger door panel, same action as the driver, except you don't get your memory seat settings. And up top, we're going to go black soft touch with the light gray cross stitch, brushed aluminum into your heat and air vent, more of this black plastic trim here, and then down below, nice large glove box. Now as we swing it on over to our infotainment system, this is the older infotainment system in the G70. So we have a 10.25-inch infotainment system, wired CarPlay, Android Auto. The next generation system is not in this vehicle yet. Now, if we do get a redesign on G70, that's when they would update the tech, just so you know. And if we hit our map, we do still have fairly good pinch to zoom. We do have the dual panel action, which I always liked in this system. So that's a good deal. And you can work it from up top here on your touchscreen, or you can work it from the controls down here. So I do like the redundancy. So we have right here, we have map, we have nav, we have our favorites, seek for your music, radio and media, and setup. So if we hit radio, that's where we're going to go ahead and take a look at our Sirius XM. We also have FM and AM as well. So they got you set there as far as that goes. And if we go to our setup controls, that's where we can do our general vehicle setup, set up our speakers on this upgraded Lexicon sound system, which I love the sound of the Lexicon sound system in this vehicle. It sounds great. Unfortunately, I can't play it for you because that's copyrighted music and then I'll get in trouble with YouTube. Then we have our general profile setup, screen layout, display layout, general settings. So if we go to vehicle settings, we can get our drive modes, active sound design, which means it's pumping in exhaust noise into the cabin to give you a more exhilarating experience. Then we have our seat controls right here. We do have easy access, which means when you put the car in park, turn it off to get out, the driver's seat will move back and the steering wheel will move up out of the way to help you get out of the vehicle easier. I always like that in a luxury vehicle. Then we have our light settings, which we have our one-touch turn signal, welcome light, mirror lights, all that stuff in here. And then you have your convenience settings where you can set up your oil change reminders, your wireless charging and all that stuff. But what I don't see in here is the ambient lighting in this 2.5. We also have Genesis connected services, so you can hook the vehicle up with your smartphone. So they got you all set there. Now we can go back to map. Now we can go to reverse. There we go. And we do have a nice large backup camera, nice and clear with trajectory. And you do have additional views you can bring up right there as well. So I do like that. Now we can go back to park. We're back to the beginning and we're good to go. Now as we move on down, we have 2 heat and air vents, 4-way hazards, push button start. And then right here, like I mentioned earlier, these are all the redundancies for the controls for your infotainment system. We have a power and volume button and a tuning button right over here on the other side. And then down further, you do have your dual climate. As you can see, you have 3-stage heated seats, 3-stage ventilated seats for the driver and the front passenger. And you have a 2-stage heated steering wheel. So that's a nice touch. I do like that. Nice clear readout. Down further, you do have a 12-volt right there, as well as a USB-A. And If you have a C connector on your phone, you can get an adapter for this for about $5 from Amazon, so not a big deal. And then right here, you got your wireless charging pad. Now, as we move on down, here is the gear shift. Going to take you through this 8-speed automatic transmission. And then we do have our drive modes, which we'll check out when we go through the dash. And then we have our parking sensors on or off, auto vehicle hold on or off. We have our parking cameras on or off, traction control on or off, electric brake, 2 cup holders with a trim ring and flat black instead of gloss black on here, which I do like. And then we have our Genesis key fob. It's all black right here. And then on the side is where all of our controls are. So left to right, you have your panic button, you have the pop the trunk, then you have lock and unlock. And on the other side, you have your remote start. There it is, right there. Nice and light. And then we do have a fairly, I'd say, semi-soft armrest in black. We open it up, and we do have a much nicer area for storage with a USB-C. G70 steering wheel. We have a black leather steering wheel, perforated, nice 10 and 2 notches. Heated wheel, 360-degree heat, so I do like that. Genesis wings on the horn button. Again, round bottom, but I have plenty of room to get in and out of the vehicle. Now, I'm 5'11". I have the seat in its lowest setting. I have the steering wheel in its highest setting, and I have enough room. Now, my head is about an inch away from hitting the roof, so if you're 6 foot tall or taller, maybe a little tight in the G70, but for me, it really is a perfect fit. Now, as we move in to the switch gear, we're going to have flat black on our switch gear. So on the left side, you're going to have your safety suite controls, adaptive cruise, as well as controls for the digital dash. Now on the right side, you're going to have your telephone voice commands, favorites, and modes for your infotainment system, as well as volume. We do have paddles to go up and down this 8-speed automatic manually if you would like. And then we have our headlight controls, high beams and turn signals. And then on the right side, windshield wipers. And over here on the left, you can brighten dim the dash, pop your fuel filler door, pop the trunk. Way down below there, you can pop the hood. And then we do have an electric tilting and telescoping wheel. And then we have the Genesis digital dash, partially digital, partially analog. So the analog gauges on the left side, your speedometer and fuel level. The other side is all digital, including the tachometer. So let's check out our drive modes. So we have Eco, we have Comfort, we have Sport, we have Sport Plus that turns off the traction control, and you know that's how we're going to rock today. And then you have a custom mode that you can set up yourself. So you can, your selections will show up here, and they will also show up on your infotainment screen. And so as you go through those, they'll show up there as well. And there's your settings right down here to go ahead and touch and set up how you want this individual drive mode to go. So I do like how they have that set. Now as we come back over, here we go. Now, if you have additional things you may want to see, and then you have your route information, you have current trip information, you can go ahead and move down, check out other things you may want to see when you're going down the road. So it is fairly easy to operate, and it is fairly clear, even if this is the older dash. Overhead console. So when we start off here, we have our SOS button in case of emergency on the road. This is our Genesis Connect. You hook the vehicle up to your smartphone or talk to Genesis if you need to. Now, if you want your dome lighting to come on and off, you open and close the door, this button right here, you push it in and leave the orange light on. So when you open the door, lighting comes on, close the door, lighting will dim out. We do have a spot for your sunglasses right there. And then we have the controls for our oversized sunroof. So here we go. Touch it, and look at that. We have a power shade on the sunroof, which I do like. And then if you tap it, just the shade opens and you can see out. And then if you tap and hold, that's when the glass opens, the wind buffer comes up, and the glass goes back. And you can close the glass. And if you want to tilt the glass, you can go ahead and push that button up towards the roof. There you go. There's the tilt. And then you close it to tilt down. Oops. And then we can get our shade back. There you go. I hit the buttons one too many times. That's my fault, not the car's. Now on the rear view mirror, frameless rear view mirror with your home link underneath with auto dim, and then our sun visor with vanity and an LED light. And does it slide? Yes, it does. Getting in the back seat of the G70, but first the rear door panel. We do have the same action as the driver, right, with the black soft touch and then the fog gray insert. So I do like the same use of materials, same consistency of design front to back. Now, I have the seat set for my driving position, and the G70 in the back is a little tight. So to get in, I'm going to have to step on in like that with this foot, twist and duck, and then bring my other foot in, just like that. And now I can close the door. Now the door is closed, and once I'm in, I have enough room for my head, shoulders, and knees at 5'11", but it's a sloping roof line. It's smaller here in the back than the G80. So if the back seat room is a little bit tight for you, you can always move up to the G80 to get more back seat room. Fog gray leatherette right here. Then we have a cargo net behind each front seat. We already showed you the chauffeur controls, so if nobody's in the front passenger seat and the person back here wants to stretch out, you can just go ahead and move the seat forward or back, depending on how you want it set. So there you go. That's how that works. And then we have the rear seats, same color combo with the stitching and the perforation. They look really, really nice. And then we do have semi-soft on the armrest, 2 cup holders. But overall, once you're in, I have enough room at 5'11" to feel comfortable on a trip. Getting in the trunk area of this Genesis G70, well, you can pop it from your key fob, you can pop it from the dash, or you can come to the back, and right above your backup camera, there's a button, you hit it, and the trunk just goes right up. No problem. Good wide opening too, 10.5 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of the G70 trunk. Now, in the back here, we have right here, we have the roadside assistance kit that does have, that's why it was upside down, it does have Velcro on the back so it sticks to wherever you put it. Now, here are your carpeted floor mats right here, so that's a good deal. We have the carpeted Genesis cargo mat, and then underneath here, we do have tools, jack, and a spare. So thank you, Genesis, for the spare. Also have some extra little cubbies on either side. We have a cargo net in here where you can stuff some extra stuff. So that's a good deal. And if you need more room and nobody's in the back, you can get the rear seats down. You just go around to each back door. And there's a lever on top of the seat back. You just pull the lever and pull the seat down in a 60-40 split. There it is right there. Down she goes. And now, with the rear seats down, you have a nice wide opening. You can fit a lot more longer stuff in here, as long as nobody wants to ride in the back. Window sticker, here we go, 25 G70 2.5 Turbo Sport Prestige, all-wheel drive. Here are the standard features. Here are the options. Total vehicle MSRP. Fuel economy estimates. Government safety rating not complete yet. Made by Genesis in Korea. Take this baby out for a spin. All right, we're out on the road in this 25 G70 2.5 Turbo Sport Prestige in the Kawa Blue. I really hope I'm saying that right. But right off the bat, great visibility out of all the glass. No problem at all. Nice, sleek side view mirrors for a sports sedan. We got blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist pre-collision, exterior LED lighting up front and out back for safety. So that's a good deal as far as that goes. And as far as the interior, I love the way they have this interior design. Now, we had a facelift in 2022, but not a major redesign on G70, but I still just like the way it looks on the inside. The black playing off the fog gray, I think it is a really good looking interior color combo. I have the older infotainment. Takes off beautifully with this Turbo 4. A lot of people think this is the one they rather have just because it is much less expensive than the 3.3, and it still moves the car down the road really, really well. Yeah, the official test is 5.9 seconds 0 to 60, but you know what? If you're out on the weekend having fun, hooning around your favorite twisty roads, who cares whether it's 5.9 seconds 0 to 60? I wouldn't. So I think it really is a good power plant for this car. Makes the car at a more attractive price point. At least that's my view. Wired CarPlay, Android Auto, heated seats, ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, wireless charging pad. We got USB-A and USB-C connectivity up front and in the back. I think the only thing I would have liked to seen in this vehicle would be rear heated seats. This one doesn't have it. That would have been a nice touch. Now, our turning radius is 18.85 feet, so the vehicle does get around pretty well. And I got great stopping power with the Brembos on this. So I really like the fact that this has the Brembos and not just the 3.3 liter twin turbo. Now we do have some pumped in noise into the passenger cabin. That doesn't bother me. Still sounds cool. You let me know what you think about how that sounds. But it rides really, really well. We're in Sport Plus. We're in a firmer drive mode. I have that nice firm ride. The steering is tight and right. Nothing I would suggest to make the steering any better. You move this just a little bit and this car is going to go wherever you want it to go. End of story. Now we're using the paddles in Sport Plus and really nice crisp engagement on the shifting with these paddles. Beautiful. Just feels really good. It feels really tight. It feels really well planted to the road. I mean, I can't really complain much about what you get in a sports sedan for 51 grand. Now, granted, 51 grand is nothing to sneeze at. It's an expensive vehicle, but it is a sports sedan, premium branded sports sedan that's competing with, you know, the BMW 3 Series. And it's got to bring that kind of vibe when you're competing in that kind of segment. And it feels really good. Now let's get it out of Sport Plus. Let's tune it down to our comfort setting. Now everything relaxes. Everything feels good. It feels much more comfortable, like I'm out driving on the highway and going on a long road trip. No problem at all. Seats are softer, suspension's softer, everything feels better. So it does have a lot of different personalities to be able to daily drive during the day or during the week to work, and then just put it in Sport Plus and just tune it around on the back roads and have fun on the weekends. Great versatile car. If you're in the sports sedan market, I would recommend you checking out the G70 in either form, but I really think the 2.5 turbo trim with the all-wheel drive is bringing some really good value in this premium branded sports sedan segment. But you let me know if you're in the market for a premium branded sports sedan. Is Genesis G70 the way you're going to rock? And let me know what you think about this beautiful blue color as well. But I do want to thank Genesis of Freehold for allowing the channel access to this brand new 2025 Genesis G70 2.5 turbo all-wheel drive in Kawa Blue for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.